morning, everyone. Namaste. I'm going to be doing a trigger warning, so if you're not ready to hear more about in regards to PTSD, depression, anxiety, abuse, victim, go ahead and scroll, no judgment. And if you're here to stay, we're going to place a white light of protection around you with the blue seal from Archangel Michael, Saint Germain, the violet flame, Archangel Zachiel, the violet fire, and the Madama golden Christ light energy in the pink and golden white light. We're going to be reading more out of my book, The Body Keeps Score, Brain, Mind, and Body in the Healing of Trauma. And I'm going to skip some of the things just for, I don't want to totally traumatize. So it says, this has been my life's work. In this effort, I have been supported by my colleagues and students at the Trauma Center, which I founded 30 years ago. Together, we have treated thousands of traumatized children and adults and victims and survivors. We have long traditions of discussing all our patients in great depth in a weekly treatment team meeting and carefully tracking how well and different forms of treatment work for particular individuals. Our principal mission has always been to take care of the children and adults who have come to us for treatment. But from the very beginning, we have also dedicated ourselves to conducting research to explore the effects of traumatic stress on different populations and to determine the treatment, what works for whom. We have been supported by research grants from the National Institute of Mental Health and National Centers for Complementary and Alternative Medicines, the Center of Disease Control, and a number of private foundations. It says the challenge is how people gain control over the residues of their past trauma and return to being masters of their own ship. Talking, understanding, and human connection can help, and as well as prescriptions for hyperactive alarm systems. But we will also see that imprints from the past can be transformed by having physical experiences and directly contradicting the helpless rage and collapse of the past trauma, and thereby regaining self-mastery. I have no preferred treatment modality, at no single approach fits everybody, but I practice all forms of treatment that I discuss in this book. Each one can produce a profound change depending on the nature of the particular problem and making the individual person. I wrote this book to serve as a guide, as an invitation to dedicate ourselves to facing our reality of trauma and to explore how best to treat it and how to commit ourselves as a society using every means that we have to prevent it. Well, absolutely, guys. Again, I worked at a trauma center for 5 years, and all I can tell you is this: as somebody who's been through trauma, you too can get through it. It's just going to take the hard work, and the more you go through it, the easier it's going to get. It's really just acknowledging it and understanding that, unfortunately, more than likely it has happened to the person that's done it to you. It doesn't make it right, but at the same time, at least you can understand they just didn't get the help that they were needed, and unfortunately they passed it on. And that's not to demise anything that you have been through. It's just to give you some knowledge and to help you that most people I've forensically interviewed, the perpetrator had it done to them as well. So I love you all. I hope this helps, and namaste.